You don't realize how much space a bathroom wastes until you try to live tiny, and suddenly every inch matters. Every corner matters, and every bad design choice shows up immediately. Because in a tiny home, your bathroom isn't just a bathroom, it's storage, it's efficiency, it's daily function. And if you get it wrong, it will frustrate you every single day. But if you get it right, it can feel bigger than most full size bathrooms. And that comes down to smart space hacks, not more square footage. So let's break down what actually works and what just Pinterest nonsense, because the first mistakes people make is thinking bigger fixtures equal better comfort, when in reality oversized vanities and bulky toilets are space killers. So your first move is going to be compact everything, the wall mounted sinks, the corner sinks and narrow depth vanities, and give you function without stealing floor space, because floor visibility is everything in a tiny bathroom. The more floor you can see, the bigger the room feels. This is why floating vanities are a game changer. They open up visual space, give you hidden storage underneath, and make cleaning easier. And speaking of storage, if you're not using vertical space, you're already losing. Excuse me. Because tiny bathrooms are not about width, they're about the height. So you should be going all the way up the wall with shelves, cabinets, and even recessed storage between studs, which most people completely overlook because the dead wall space can hold toiletries, towels, and everyday items without sticking out into your already tight footprint. And if you really want to level up, recessed medicine cabinets are one of the cleanest ways to add storage without adding bulk. And they sit inside the wall and they give you that flush, modern look while still being insanely practical. And let's talk about one of the biggest space hogs, the shower, because traditional tubs are almost always a bad idea in tiny living unless you absolutely need one. A walk in shower with a glass door instantly makes your bathroom feel bigger because it doesn't visually cut the room in half. And if you want to take it even further, ditch the door completely and go with a wet bath setup where the entire bathroom is designed to handle water. And this is a huge in vans and micro homes because it eliminates the barrier and makes the whole space multifunctional. But if you go that route, you need proper waterproofing, good drainage and ventilation, or you're going to regret it fast. Now, inside the shower itself, you should never be using bulky racks or hanging organizers that eat up space, because built-in niches are the move. They're clean, they're efficient, and they don't get in your way. And you can even stack multiple niches, vertically to maximize storage without sacrificing the movement. While we're here, your choice of door matters more than you think too. Swinging doors are terrible in tight spaces because they need clearance. So sliding doors or pocket doors are the way to go. And pocket doors especially are one of the best upgrades you can make in a tiny home because they completely disappear into the wall, freeing up usable space that would otherwise be wasted. And let's talk about the toilet, because this is another area where people go wrong. Standard toilets stick out too far and take up unnecessary room. Compact or short projection toilets are designed specifically for small spaces. And if you're off grid or trying to save water, composting toilets are an option that eliminates plumbing entirely. But they come with a learning curve and maintenance, so they're not for everyone. But the real hack here is positioning. Placing your toilet in a corner or tucking it partially under a sloped ceiling can save you valuable inches that add up quickly. And lighting is something people underestimate too, but it completely changes how your bathroom feels. Harsh single overhead lights make small spaces feel smaller. So, layering your lighting with a combination of overhead mirror lighting and even small accent lights can make the space feel bigger and more functional. And mirrors are another trick that you should absolutely take advantage of. A large mirror reflects light and creates the illusion of depth, making your bathroom feel twice the size without actually changing anything physically. And you can position it across from a window or light source. You amplify that effect even more. And now let's get into the most underrated hacks, the multi-purpose design, because in tiny living, everything should do more than one job. Your mirror can double as a cabinet. Your vanity can include pull-out storage. Your towel rack can be mounted on the back of a door. And even your shower space can double as a drying space for clothing if you install a retractable line, because the goal is not to just fit everything in, it's to make everything work smarter, and clutter is your biggest enemy. Because even the best designed tiny bathroom will feel cramped if it's full of unnecessary stuff. So you have to be ruthless with what you keep and only essentials. And everything needs a designated place, because if it doesn't have a place, it becomes visual noise. And visual noise makes space feel chaotic and smaller. And they actually are. And let's talk of the materials and colors, because this is where you can either enhance your space or ruin it visually. Lighter colors reflected more light and make space feel open, while dark colors can close things in if you're not careful. But that doesn't mean you have to go all white contrast. It can actually work in your favor if it's used strategically, though. Like darker floors and lighter walls to ground the space while still keeping it open. And large tiles instead of small ones. Reduce visual clutter because there are fewer grout lines breaking up the space, which makes everything feel cleaner and more expensive. And speaking of clean, minimizing hardware and keeping lines simple goes a long way too. Bulky handles, excessive trim, and unnecessary details all add visual weight. So the more streamlined your design is, the bigger your bathroom will feel. And ventilation is not optional in a tiny bathroom either, especially if you're dealing with a wet bath or limited airflow, because moisture buildup will destroy your space over time, leading to mold, the odors, and the long term damage. So, a good exhaust fan or even a small window that you actually use consistently is critical. And if you're off grid, you need to think about power consumption too. So, efficient fans and smart airflow design become more and more important. Even now, here's something people don't talk about even enough, though, is the routine. Because how you use your bathroom matters just as much as how it's designed. In a tiny space, you can't afford to be messy or careless. Wiping things down, keeping surfaces clean, and maintaining organization, daily is what keeps the space functional. Because even a perfect setup fails or falls apart if your habits don't match it. And this is where tiny living forces you to level up, because it removes the option to ignore the problems. Everything is right there in front of you. So you either adapt or you stay frustrated. And the people who love tiny living are the ones who adapt, who embrace efficiency, and who learn to optimize their space instead of fighting it. And once you dial it in, once everything has its place, and your layout actually works, something interesting happens. The space stops feeling small, and it starts feeling intentional. It feels efficient, it feels easier to manage, and that's the real goal here. Not just cramming a bathroom into a tiny footprint, but creating a space that works so well you don't even think about the size anymore. And that's completely possible if you focus on the right things: compact fixtures, vertical storage, smart layouts, and multiple designs, and clean visuals. Because at the end of the day, living isn't about sacrifice, it's about optimization. And your bathroom is one of the best places to prove that, because when you can make one of the smallest, most functional spaces in your home work perfectly, everything else starts to fall into place. And that's when tiny living stops feeling limiting. It starts feeling like an advantage. Thanks for watching today. If you liked today's journey and liked today's video, check out this one to the right. And also, if you found value to this video, please drop a subscription. I'd highly appreciate it. We're looking to grow this channel, and without you, we can't do that, and we'd love to be here for many years to come. Also, comment down below. I try to respond to every comment that I possibly can, and if it's negative, you'll be gone. Simple as that. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you on the next one.